Hi everybody, welcome to School of Scarlett. Today I have another message for you. So today is a beautiful day here in Texas. I have my puppy walking around back here. This is her first time walking around while I'm filming. Usually all my other dogs, like Blue, if you've been to my channel, my dog Blue, my dog Sarah, all the other dogs that I've had, they've all kind of like hung out while I film. A lot of them would like to sit on my lap. So she's no different. She's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. And so she's just going to be walking around here today. I hope I don't have to stop the video and go chase after her. We have a pretty big property and she could, possibly go a little too far. So we'll see where we go. But I want her to be part of this video. As I was coming out here as well, I smelled beautiful, kind of like gardenia flowers. So if that is speaking to anybody, it's just a beautiful scent out here right now. Anyhow, so today's message is a really urgent and special message for someone. There is someone that is watching this video, this message here today, that has a voice, something to be spoken, something to be said, and it's something very deep, very profound. I'm almost seeing like a genius, like someone that's a genius in some sort of way. I don't know in what way, but I'm seeing kind of like Albert Einstein, some sort of genius within this person. And there's something that needs to be spoken, but it's not able to come out. There's like a blockage there. And so today's message is really about getting your voice out there. There is things that need to be said, and you have something very powerful and profound and needed that needs to be spoken. So if that's you, I encourage you today to begin to speak your voice, to begin to allow that to be a part of what you share with the world, because it's very much needed here. And so what I'm also feeling is like a heaviness, almost like a tiredness around, just in general, like in the body. I'm sensing that whoever this is feeling tired, is feeling kind of heavy in a sense. And the heaviness and the tiredness, oftentimes we think it's because we are just physically tired, or we're tired of we didn't get enough sleep, or we're not eating the right foods or something like that. But what I'm sensing is that this tiredness is truly because the voice is not being spoken, because of that blockage. And you see, when we hold in our voice, we keep silent, it becomes heavy on us. It becomes like a weight within us. It's like we're carrying weights in our backpack, and we have to release that in a way that when we speak our truth, when we speak our voice, we actually release that, and then we become lighter. So a lot of the heaviness or the tiredness that you might be feeling, it's not actually that you're really actually tired. It's actually a different sort of tired. It's a sort of tired that maybe you've heard it before, like it's not like we're tired, but it's like our soul is tired. Well, it's something similar to that. You can see it that way, where it's like we're tired because we're not releasing, we're not allowing our truth to come forward. So our soul, or that true essence within us, spirit, becomes kind of like tired of holding it all in. It's a lot to hold it all in, right? So we have to release it. And I'm kind of seeing something kind of a little bit disturbing, a little bit, but I won't share it all graphically, but mostly like a constipated person. When we're constipated, it becomes very uncomfortable to, we have all of this within us, and we know that it needs to come out, but it's uncomfortable, and it becomes like, hard on our stomach, and it becomes almost painful at some point. And so it can make us feel like, slow, lethargic, tired, in pain. And all of this is because we really need to release. And so one of the ways to release, if you're not ready to release your voice yet, to speak your truth yet, is to begin to move. You can release by releasing just by movement. A lot of things that we hold in, a lot of times can come out through movement, through dance, through exercise, through physical activity of some kind. And so allow yourself to be physical, to move those energies through you, even if you can't move them through your voice right now, because you're still holding that in, whatever it is. Allow yourself to move it through your body. Okay, another way that you can move it through you, just to kind of loosen things up, it's kind of like when we're constipated, we might do the bicycle exercise movements with our legs, we might go for a walk, we might do certain things like rubbing our stomach in a circle to kind of loosen things up in a way, to relax things a little bit, so that it can all come out. And I know that's a very kind of yucky kind of metaphor, but really that's what's coming through for you to understand this. So the other thing that you can do to kind of loosen things up is journaling. So you can just simply get a journal out and begin to speak, to write in a written form what you would speak, but in a written form. and allow it to come out that way. And if you need any help or you're not sure what it is that you need to release, I do have already created 2 very potent journals with like 111 journal prompts each that are totally unique, and I actually created these working with people over the years. I found the ones that were the most useful, so you can check that out in my links in my description. But you can simply get a journal, a blank journal out, and begin to journal and get some of this out of you. And so when you're ready to, you can actually begin to speak. And I know it sounds scary to speak your truth, because what I'm sensing is that the person that I'm speaking to here, the group of people that I'm speaking to here, have something very big, something even very different, where maybe you've allowed yourself to speak your truth a little bit, maybe to your family, maybe to those in your community or the town that you live in. But it doesn't seem to resonate or land with those people. And I'm going to tell you, it's because you're not meant to just stay talking to your family or the people in your community. What you have to say is meant to be heard on a grand, huge scale. So allow yourself to begin to release some of this, to allow some of this to come out, and find out where you resonate, where it is that you need to go to speak this. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's, through some blog or forum, or maybe, you're going to be traveling around or moving to a new place to speak it. I'm not sure what's going to be happening, but there will be something that needs to be spread on a more global scale. So it may not be landing with the people right here within your own, circle right now. And that's because it's not meant for those people. It's actually not going to even resonate to those people, because they're not tuned in like to that antenna, to that frequency right now. Your frequency has kind of gone beyond that. And I would say almost like you're ahead of your time, but that's not true. There's a lot of people here in this world, on this earth right now, that will connect with that. But you need to get out of the small space that you're in currently. Whether it is speaking online or, like I say, physically moving, something will begin to happen. And so to tie this all in, if you do kind of resonate with this message strongly, check out my description, check out my comment section. I'm linking, or I'm putting some information about my prophetic voice activation workshop. It's a workshop to allow you to be able to flow and allow your voice to come out, removing any blockages that may be there, preparing you to speak on a much larger scale, because it does require a lot more energy, a lot more attunement. And when you have that support, it's a lot easier to do so. So I encourage you, if this is speaking to you, to really go ahead and take that step and join the prophetic voice activation workshop. So I am really feeling that it is time for you to speak your voice. It's heavy to be silent. It's hard to stay quiet. It's almost like you've stayed quiet so long that it's become painful. It's time to release it. Just like what we talked about, that metaphor. It's time to release it. I know it sounds kind of yucky, but it's time to release it. It really is. And when we release that, we allow the flow to be, coming in and going through us a lot easier, so we can speak. And our divine flow is very easy, it's very smooth, but we have to remove those blockages of everything that we've held in, everything that we've contained in us that is just stopping us up. It's just in there almost like a rock right now, and it's hard and it's smelly and it needs to come out. So I really encourage you today to do some of these things, whether it's joining the prophetic voice activation or simply moving your body to release some of those energies, journaling, even speaking out loud, whether or not there's anybody listening. Allow yourself to speak. Allow yourself to speak your truth, and connecting to those larger communities or those larger bodies of humans and people and communities, or whatever you want to call them, all around the world, that will resonate and tune into what it is that you're releasing and speaking. Again, it may not be that you're going to be speaking in your small community, in your small town. You're not meant for that. I'm seeing someone that's like a genius. I'm seeing someone that has something very big and grand to share. I'm seeing someone that's going to be sharing this on the global scale. I'm seeing, I don't know if it has to do with music, but I'm seeing something like Taylor Swift level, like where you're going to be traveling the world, where you're going to be seen on big stages. And I don't know if that's musically or in what way, but I know it has something to do with your voice, something to do with you speaking something, sharing something, using your voice in a certain way. So I encourage you today to begin on that path of unblocking anything that is blocking your voice. I hope that this message found you well. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, share it with others because it may resonate with others. I'm not just sensing this message is for one person either. I'm sensing that this message is for many people. So I encourage you to share this message. Thank you again so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, a comment down below. It really helps support my channel. I love getting your comments. I love getting your emails, the support, everything. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. I am honored to be able to speak and be part of this sharing with you through YouTube. So if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Come back for my daily intuitive messages. I would love you to be part of School of Scarlett. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you all.